I'm Adrian Ghobrial. We're currently standing outside of a condo building on Bathurst near Front where there's multiple one-bedroom apartments for rent. Now, they'll cost you up to $2,500 per month. That might sound like a lot, but it's the new norm. Our city has hit another all-time high. The cost for an average one-bedroom pad in Toronto is now at $2,300 a month, and to afford that on your own, you'll need to bring in north of $80,000 per year.
People are forced to choose between whether they eat or whether they pay their rent.
One scroll through rental properties on realtor.ca paints a sobering financial picture.
To afford that, if you just do the basic math that your housing cost should not be more than a third of your income
before taxes.
Before taxes, you need to be making about $83,000 a year to afford a one-bedroom apartment in Toronto.
We stopped Torontonians at random on the street today. Each echoed similar concerns about the sky-high cost for an average one-bedroom pad.
I can't imagine it. I couldn't survive.
A single person, I don't know how you would afford that on one income.
My friend and I were just talking about the amount of money that one has to make to live a comfortable life in Toronto. And it's making it pretty difficult for millennials, I think.
The new rent data is being collected by PadMapper. The apartment hunting site's report looks at rental prices in 24 Canadian cities. Toronto tops the list with a 7.5% increase year over year. St. John's is the least expensive. Kitchener, Saskatoon, and St. Catharines saw the biggest increase for a one-bedroom space, with Quebec City and Kingston seeing the biggest drop. Though the smoking hot prices here in the Big Smoke are leaving some stretched to the max. How much are you spending to rent your new two-bedroom apartment?
About $37,000.
$3,700.
For a two-bedroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It is. It is.
When you signed that paper, did your stomach turn a little bit?
It did, yes. Yes, absolutely. Especially going on mat leave now, I'll change the income that you're bringing in as well.
Realosophy's John Pasalis says rental prices in Toronto will only go as high as salaries allow in the city.
I do think eventually there's a ceiling, provided that, again, as we talked about, if incomes are not increasing very much, there's certainly a ceiling as to what people can afford. People can only pay so much for a one-bedroom apartment. So we're eventually probably going to see a ceiling if we're not seeing incomes rise. Pasalis doesn't see things slowing down, though, anytime soon. He believes that prices will trend upwards for at least the next year, unless we hit a recession. Now, to put things in perspective, Toronto is even outpacing Vancouver, though in that city, a one-bedroom apartment will still run you about $2,200 a month on average.